we've been seeing this negative inflation for a couple of months, negative headline inflation, and as I said, you're going to see it for a couple of months going forward, January, February at least. And then there's like, is this leading to a situation of deflation? Right. Short answer, no. Okay, no. So again, among the list of things to worry about, and there are plenty of things to worry about, this is not one of them for us. We keep an eye on this. I'm not saying that we're sanguine, but there are a bunch of factors again why we don't think that this episode of negative headline inflation will translate into a situation of deflation. First and foremost, like I mentioned, it's driven by, in no small part, by the energy subsidies, and if those don't happen, then the headline inflation turns positive. Secondly, if you see deflation, if deflation were to occur, you expect to see kind of like a broad-based, lowering of prices, right? Not concentrated in a few areas. And if you look at the consumption basket right now, 75% of the items in the consumption basket, the prices are still either stable or increasing. So we don't see that kind of broad-based decrease in prices happening. You look at what else? You look at core inflation, which is a better measure of kind of underlying inflation. You strip out energy and food. Core has been tracking at roughly 0.6, 0.7%. Looks like that hasn't been our forecast there haven't changed that much. The core inflation seems to be on track. So core inflation still positive, and also very importantly, inflation expectations, as you mentioned, are still fairly anchored. If you, based upon the surveys that are done, whether you survey households or businesses, ballpark, the long-term inflation expectations are still in about the 2% range. 1.8 if I think it was households, and about anyway, it's roughly about 2% for both households and businesses. And last but not least, if we were to see deflation, right, that cycle where prices drop, people think prices are going to drop further, so I don't spend, I don't consume, I postpone my consumption, so then demand drops and prices drop even more. That kind of doom loop of deflationary spiral. Do we see that in Thailand? No, right? Consumption has been going at a very rapid clip. Last third quarter, in terms of the official GDP statistics, consumption was going at 8%. Year to date through the third quarter was going at 7-something%, which is, I think, much higher than it's been in a very, very, very long time.